monster.
So speaking of cats, I'm going to leave us on a pet story. Just a favorite story. There's a man out there in Chicago right now who's already giggling at this story. He loves it. So I'm going to take you back to when I lived in a farmhouse. It's about 2003, 2004. I lived on the second story. And me and my brother were playing GameCube, which is what we did at the time. And we're just having fun, and see, Dustin's already got a huge ass grin on his face.
Well, I'm thinking of your dad coming in and yelling at you guys for playing GameCube.
Yeah, that's a different story. Different story.
We'll get to that one.
Spoiler alert. No. So we're sitting there playing, and I'm laying on the floor. My brother's sitting in a chair, like we always did. And his cat, big fat throw pillow of a cat that it was, kind of lazy, comes in the room very slowly. And Psymin, his name, for you people out there, he was named Psymin after my mother had a cat named Psymin. My brother was like, oh, I will also name my cat Psymin, but Pokemon is popular, so Psymin, Psymin. And I used to go, Psymin, and he hated that. Anywho. So Psymin waddles into the room, which is pretty much his only way of moving around. And he's 3 feet away from, maybe 2 feet away from the wall. And he's looking at us, and we just hear, whoa! I know what you're thinking, an old-time ambulance was outside my door. Not so much. And you're like, you okay, Psymin? And his eyes are like super huge. We're talking like Powerpuff Girls. And then the cat's like paws, one too far to the right, one far to the left. The cat's starting to shake, his hair is pulled up, and he hits us with another. And his claws go into my carpet, and we're like, Psymin, you okay? And my brother drops the controller, and I'm like, haha, I can win. And jumps up, and he's like, Psymin! And he's putting his hands on his head, and the cat is just shaking, just full on, just shaking, just like, oh my god, this cat is having a seizure. And the cat just, he's trying to do the sound, but now he's shaking so much. It's coming out like, and I at this point get up as well and start walking over to the cat, and the cat's backside starts to wiggle. So now his front is stationary, arms locked into the carpet, his ass is just kind of wobbling back and forth, just teetering, you know? Think of like that old-timey image of the bridge that's just like flopping through the wind. That's the cat's ass, tail directly up. Loudest yet, even louder than before. And that's when this happened. He projectiled. You don't even need me to say the word. It came out of his ass and flew through the air without hitting my carpet into the wall, where it began a beautiful splatter paint of moist cat shit. Just and now it's flying through it. If you've ever played Castle Crashers, you know exactly what this looks like. Except for he's not being rocket propelled forward because he has his balls sunk into the ground, and now he's just, his head is up looking at us. Just, like that is not a sound a cat should be able to make. He's just and he's just still shaking and vibrating, and just poop is flying. And my brother's like, do something! Do something! Do something! So I do. I run over. I open my window. I pick up the cat, who feels really fucking hot. Now I'm holding the cat as poop is flying out of his ass, and I throw the cat out the window. Like any person would do. And what I see is Psymin, who's now, as he's going through the air, in kind of a propeller motion, just twirling. Now there is just shit just kind of flying in a circle around him. There's just this beautiful spinning top of cat shit. And then he lands on the roof, because, I didn't throw him out of second story so he'd just fall. We had, a deck, and we had a roof to the deck. He lands on the shingles, and he's still shaking, but he's a little bit better now. I aired him out, I guess. And he goes, rrr. So then he stops pooping. And he starts walking, and there's just, a literal, circle of shit due to the way he helicoptered out the window. He walks a few steps. And we're like, you okay, Simon? And he goes, oh. And just boom, falls right over. And my brother's like, what, is he dead? And I go, no, he's breathing. That just seemed horrible. What are we going to do? I said, go get the hose. Simon, we miss you.